I'm gonna be teaching you. This video is actually for beginners. It's just gonna be teaching you like the basics of how to start learning a chord, guitar chords. Like you pick up your guitars one day, you want to like, okay, so I need to learn how to play guitar chords. I like seeing people on stage, playing and grooving across. Like you see people going like, and like, oh my god, I love that, I love that. Like, so you want to do it so badly, and then you're here right now, but you don't want to pay for all these websites that rob you. That's the word. So you don't want to pay for them, and so I'm just gonna be showing you how to pay for a couple of lessons for the next videos. That's what I'm gonna be showing you, how to play beginning guitar chords. So we just get down to it. Yeah. So right today, what I'm gonna be teaching are 4 chords, and they're the 4 basic chords: the C chord, the G chord, the A minor chord, and then the F chord. Now, it will make sense to you in a bit. I was just playing the notes. So now, I'll start with the C chord. This is like the first chord anybody who wants to play the guitar first learns. So the C chord, if you've never handled a guitar before, it might be hard at first. When you learn, it's gonna be hard. But over time, you'll get used to it, and then you'll be able to like play it real quick and real well. But at first, your fingers might ache because you're pressing the strings down, but over time, you will get used to it. So now, because this is a beginner lesson, I'm gonna teach you like the rudiments. If you're not a beginner, but you just want to learn the chords, you might want to fast forward this video because I'm gonna be teaching some rudiments down here. Yeah. So first, these are strings. There are 6 strings on your guitar. They are called strings. Now, this is frets, like where the line is. This one, fret 1, fret 2, fret 3, fret 4, fret 5, fret 6. And then it goes on and on like that. So I'm going to be using those terms in the course of my lesson. Now, this is the first string, and then that's the last string, the high E string, and then the low E string. First string, and then the last string. Now, we'll just get down to it real quick. Now, we'll start with the C chord. The C chord, you put your, okay, so for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be naming your fingers. This is your first finger, this is your second finger, your third finger, your fourth finger, and then your 5th finger. First, second, third, fourth, and 5th finger. Now, for the C chord, you put your 4th finger, first, second, third, 4th finger, on the 3rd fret. That's 1, 2, 3 frets. The 3rd fret of the 5th string. You're gonna start counting the strings from the bottom. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your 4th finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. So it's gonna sound like, all I did is just put my finger on it and strum it, pick it. Yeah. So the next one, you use your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret. That's 1, 2. On the 2nd fret of the 4th string. 3rd finger on the 2nd string of the 4th string. 2nd fret. Sounds something like that. And then the next one, your 2nd finger is going to be on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Your 2nd finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Sounds something like. Now, first, then this. So if you play all 3 together, it's going to sound something like. And then the next chord I'm going to teach you is the F chord. The F chord is kind of similar, but it's like below. So I'm just going to teach you like real quick right now. So for the F chord, you use your 4th finger, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 3rd fret of the 4th string. 3rd fret of the 4th string, 1, 2, 3, fourth string, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you use your third finger on the second fret of the third string. Third finger on the second fret of the third string. And then your next finger, this is a little bit hard, but over time you'll get used to it. Your next finger is on the first fret, and it's gonna hold down both the first string and the second string. First string, second string. But you're pressing your finger hard against it. Sounds something like that's both of them together. So now if you play everything together right now, that's the F major chord. Now the next chord I'm going to teach you is the A minor chord. A minor chord. That's like the third beginner chords in acoustic guitar. Now for the A minor chord, real quick, you put your fourth finger on the second fret of the fourth string. Sounds something like that. And then your third finger is just gonna go beneath it on the second fret of the third string. The first one was on the second fret of the fourth string, like 4, and then next one, the third finger on the second fret of the third string. That's both of them. And then for the last one, you go your second finger on the first fret of the second string. So if you play all together, it's gonna sound like. If you're not getting that sound, you might want to go back and check and find out how you missed out. And then for the last chord, you have the G string, the G major chord. Now for the G major chord, there are actually 2 ways to play the G major chord. 2 easy ways. So I'm just gonna teach you like 2 placing of the fingers. I'm gonna teach you the 2 of them, and then you pick the one your fingers are more comfortable with. Like there's some people that feel hard when they play it like that, like using that finger. So I'm just gonna teach you both right now. So for the G major chord, the first way you can play it with your finger, like your 5th finger, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, goes on the last the 4th string, the 3rd fret of the 4th string. Sounds something like. And then your 4th finger is just way up on the low E string. That's the 3rd fret of the 6th string. And then your 3rd finger is gonna be on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. So if you're playing everything together, it's gonna sound like. That's the G major chord. Now, if some people are not comfortable, like many students thought they don't like using the pinky right here. This right finger is called the pinky. So what I'd advise is that you could just change the fingering. It goes something like, it's the same chord, but the fingers are different. Now, for the second part, your 4th finger is gonna be where your pinky was. That's the 3rd fret of the 4th string. And then your 3rd finger is gonna be way up where your 4th finger was, the last one. That's the 3rd fret of the low E string. That's the 6th string. And then your 2nd finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. So it sounds something like, they're all the same thing. It's just a matter of fingering the one that you feel comfortable playing. Alright, so it might be hard for you if you're a real beginner. So I just advise, like you're watching a movie, you're watching Netflix, you just grab your guitar, you just try it. Like it will be hard at first. I said it was hard for every guitarist when they first start learning. So you just go like, it's gonna be hard. You might not hear the sound at first. It might sound like you'll be like, yo, what am I playing? But don't worry, just keep trying it, and over time you get used to it. So real quick, I'm just gonna play a jam with it to the 4 chords I just taught you. And if you're used to it, you could practice jam with it. Try to play along with me. If not, rewind the video, play it slowly, and I hope you get it. So very quick, I just go with the 4 chords. That's the C major chord, F major chord, A minor chord, and the G major chord. case you've learned the chords and you want to try to practice along with me, what I'm doing is I'm strumming, just like doom 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 doom. So I go from the C, and then the G, and then the A minor, and then the F, and then we'll keep going. C, G major, A minor, and then if you got that real quick, which if you're a beginner, I don't expect you get it at first, but if you go real quick, you want to try the other strumming. Like, it doesn't just go. The other strumming goes like. It gives more life to it. It's like down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. So you go like. And then the G major. A minor. Alright, so that's it for this lesson. If you liked the video, if you learned something new, click the like button below and don't forget to subscribe, because I'm going to be putting more videos about how to play a guitar, like being from a beginner.